Hello, everybody.
Hello.
TANQ Global, as you can see behind me on the screen. This is Ryan here, and
Tomoko, the
yes,
voiceover.
nice
Hello.
to see you, or nice to speak with you again. And we'd like to also welcome you a happy New Year, depending when you're going to see this.
Mm.
For all of you out there, TANQ Global, we like to well, this is what we call is our launch party. We say, but
Yeah.
we also like to combine that with like a New Year celebration, since everyone is starting right 2023. Yes.
Yes.
And that 2023, yes, is for you. It might have started off with a bang. Maybe it's still getting started for you, but we'd like to be a part of your 2023 because why? Well, we'd like to introduce you to a little bit of what you can expect from us as we do. Kind of tell you a little bit more about us. But one thing many of you have seen before, and if it's the first time, welcome. If you've been with us for a while, you probably already have seen this mark many a times. Yes.
Oh, our logo. Yes.
There's many things that are actually incorporated into this, which we can find in what we do and what we've been doing for the past few years already. With us here at well, TANQ Global and the rest of our TANQ Gaksha as well. But this year we are going to be doing something a little bit, we'll say special, but it's an add-on from all the past years, as we like to introduce you to something that we want to believe in, which we call is yes, belief.
Our belief.
A belief is, well, one thing, but we believe in many things and not just one thing. We find that, well, for all of us and all of you out there, wherever you are watching, if it's here, somewhere far away, somewhere near, we say that we can all connect you to something that, well, kind of links all of us to, well, just kind of the way we see things. And some things, when you see, well, right off of the back, is we see something like this, right? Some of you are wondering, wow, could that be? Ah, yes, that place there, right? We find many things in nature, and there's a lot of natural things. I think where you live, there's a lot of greenery, I guess you would say, or maybe some of you actually enjoy it, having a walk. But for many of us out there, and if you're watching, you see and you find that you also live in a city. Although there, you live in a city, I think, some
Yeah.
city, yes,
Some.
big city, medium city, small size city, I think, right?
Yeah.
So, in all cities, why did I pull this up? Well, of course, we are here from Japan, and in Tokyo, we can find that in the city there are actually, well, many things that we can see, many things we do see, but we also think about and, well, we'll say wonder about some things that are there that we maybe have not seen before, right? Has anyone seen that before? Or that? Or maybe question that right at the base of the mountain, right?
Yeah, what's that?
Right? In the whole world, we're all connected through many different things. As we find in the world, we have all these things that can connect us. Maybe you already have your rocket transportation. Most of us, we travel by plane. But as some of you are looking at this picture, there's some things that, we'll say, resonate with you a little bit more, right? Any of you kind of saw a little bit more of that hot air balloon, maybe? Or maybe, right? Maybe that building in the back. Where was that from again, right?
Yeah.
We talked about nature. Maybe you looked more about at that green, right? Or maybe when you thought about nature, you thought about animals.
Or birds.
Yes. We say that the world is full of wonders, and we find that all of you out there, right, also have that wonder. We say that our belief, and we know that we have a world that's full of, well, wonder and emotion. And where does that wonder and emotion start from? Yes, it starts from you. But as we find, that's well, kind of what we'd like to do. It is and can be a very, what we'll say, a long road. Maybe we don't know where it is. What's that wonder? All of you have many different emotions that are also, using, we'll say, finding what that wonder is for you. But we like to share one thing. As you are on that road and that path, which you've probably already started, we have something what we call is our mission. Our mission is that we want you, but not only you, we want everyone else to also have that same experience. Yes. many people of different cultures and even religions, and maybe they live in multiple cities, right?
Everyone.
Everyone. We find that everyone can have a learning experience, right? For all of you. You've had a learning experience, and maybe, I think, you've had a learning experience that I have never had before.
Oh.
Think about that, right? But we live in the same world. Well, maybe we find it in a different way. We say we can change something, and that change can happen with you, which we find is, well, we say we ignite your heart with wonder.
Igniting our heart.
Different learning experiences, right? So, what we do here at TANQ Global, we find that we can ignite your heart with wonder. So, are you thinking that first thing was, well, how do you do that?
Right. Yeah.
Right? Well, we're online, but, well, don't worry. Even online, we can make things work. How do we make things work? Well, we find we have something like this. As you can see here, a wall full of wonderful people, our guests, we say. Well, we have what we call is our learning experience and design. We like to say internally, short, if you guys want to use it next time, LXD, right? This LXD thing is cool. Well, we do a whole bunch of different things here. We're doing it right now. Wait.
Right now?
Are you guys having that, we'll say, LXD experience? Maybe.
Yeah.
A little, we say, right? But why? And how does it actually start with? Well, we link one thing, which is called an encounter. That encounter we find is, well, just you showing up here and watching this video. It's an encounter for you to meet me and for me to, well, kind of meet you, since this is a recording. But on that encounter, we also have, right, down here, this immersion, right? All of you here, I think, are still watching the video up to this point as we are immersing you in our experience, that learning experience. But what comes for that is you're wondering, right, how do we do this? What was that, Ryan? what was it, D? Yes. Well, we find that all of you are still wondering about it. But at the same time, maybe after this, you're going to go and look it up. Maybe search it up. What we call is that self-learning. So we all connect all of these here together here at TANQ Global, that encounter. But where does this encounter start from here? Well, it starts with you finding a new way and learning experience to find something like maybe this.
Oh.
What is that?
Yeah, the big red round thingy.
I'll bet there's something near you that you can maybe in your own, I will say, vicinity, maybe you can touch. I'd like you to think about something. When you kind of pick that thing up, what is maybe a question you could ask to it or thing, or if it's a person? Yes. Anything?
Yeah, what is that? What is it made of? How was it made of?
But I also like you. I'd also like you to think about, right?
Yeah.
How did you come about to this thing or person or someone? If it's something that's living, right? That is your first encounter for everything, which we happen to have here because all of you have an experience which we don't know and where it will go. Yes. And all of, well, we'll say some of that wisdom and knowledge, it depends on the person. This could be someone like you, or maybe you may be somewhere else trying to find that your own definition of something. And that's your own encounter. There's no right and there's no wrong. But in that process, we find there's also, right, you mentioned immersion into something, right? All of you, let's think about it. You have something favorite that you like, yes?
Oh, yes.
I'm pretty sure, right? My favorite thing to eat is, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're able to say it, right? Or I like to spend my free time doing, right, this. As you filled in the blank there, we find that we can immerse all of you with, we'll say 5 senses. Things that you can touch, sometimes feel, we'll say imagine. Somehow maybe you can taste things. It depends on what you wonder about. But as we see these experiences that you can have, you will probably have, and well, we'll say a driving interest, something inside of you, something that you really immerse yourself into. You'll find that you want to learn more, right? You look into something, that immersion. But as we have that, well, we can also find that this also happens for you as well, self-learning. All of you have done learning before? Yes. I think so, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Some of you maybe are still learning today. Yes. I hope, right?
I'm sure.
I'm sure that's the way we will kind of learn new things, right? We get new wisdom and new knowledge. But for many people out there, that diverse people out there of cultures, we find there's many different ways that you can do self-learning, writing things, drawing things, imagining things, even creating something into your own definition. Well, what do we do here, and how do we do all of this encounter, immersion, and self-learning? We have something that, some places offer, but nothing like what we have here, which we call is our TANQ Global Academy up top there. Yes.
Ooh.
What type of things do we do? Pretty sure you're pretty curious about that. Well, we do things like, the people of wonder. Now, as you can see, there's some people, I think, in the back that you actually notice, right?
Oh,
I know.
some people you may know.
I know maybe one or two people in here, right?
You have seen or heard of.
In reality, we actually are more connected to many of these people back here, as it all helps all of our lives. But we also have one thing, as many of you are seeing, not black and white. We find that we also connect the world with colors, which is something we also have done before. Maybe you'll get a chance to experience it in person. But as all of you are thinking about colors, what do you mean? Well, that's what we do here. We have the other worlds of wonder, we call, where there's there's many encounters. And we can encounter all of this with something very simple, which we have is 3 questions.
3 questions?
3 questions. To get
what are the 3?
Yes, encounter for something. So we're thinking 3 questions. Maybe it's maybe some of you are writing it down. Maybe it's this, or maybe it's this, right? You guys curious and would like to know what are those 3 questions?
Yeah.
Yes, right?
Me.
So what we do is, in order to create that learning experience, we do 3 questions, which are this. We have the what, the how, and the why. All of you used what, how, and why before, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. That's me, right? What's for dinner? Why are we having that for dinner? How did you make that for dinner? Right?
Oh, so simple.
Simply. But we kind of make things a little bit different for you in order to have, we'll say, an interesting, a learning experience that you would like to have. As we did last year. Let's say last year, well-being. Well-being. What is well-being? Well, we find and we dived into the topic. We talked about things, for example, like physical, mental up there, as well as social. Right? Okay.
All right.
How do we do it? Well, we do it in one way. With those 3 questions, we introduce you to, our, stars of the future, and still stars today, as we find that they connect all of people during their time to all of you out there. And who is this lovely woman here? Some of you may already know. Maybe you ask mom and dad, Mom, do you know who that person is there that Ryan's introducing us to? Well, they may know. If they don't know, first time. As you're wondering who was that, Florence Nightingale. Florence Nightingale did something that we call is physical well-being, which connects to the questions of what. As you can see above me here, we have care. The how. As we find, how does she actually do it? What does that mean? And what does that mean? I've seen that before. Or the why might be bigger for all of you. Why does she want to take care of some people? As we kind of connected, Florence Nightingale to another of our greats. I'd like to introduce you to, William Morris. William Morris. I bet not many of you know who that is. Yes, right?
Maybe not.
Maybe not, right? He did something that we have mental well-being, which connects to the same thing, the what, the how, and the why, as we see many different things that he was able to do. But as we rounded it all together, we find that all of these 3 amazing people actually had a connection to each other more, as we find this lovely woman.
Okay.
Eleanor Roosevelt.
Who's Eleanor?
Eleanor Roosevelt did something we call is social well-being, which we all connect 3 questions, which is and was what, how, and the why.
The 3 questions.
Okay. Well, some of you are interested in, okay, they did that. So what are they going to be doing? What did they do? And how did they make that encounter so special with wonder and emotion, right? Some of you are thinking. Okay, Ryan. So, what's next? Hmm. Some of you are dying to know what's actually next. What we're going to do with these new encounters. We're going to find something that all of you know, all of you can do. I'm 100% sure. Why? We call it one thing which we say is my nature.
Nature and my nature. What is my nature?
Everyone knows nature, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Nature has an image like something like this, right?
Yeah,
yes.
with greens, plants, and flowers. Yeah.
All of you can kind of see. Maybe some of you, if I had, okay, what is the image of nature for you? You have an image of maybe it's green. Maybe it talks about the animals or something different. But as we talk about my nature, it's about you.
Oh, about me?
Yes.
Us?
If it's about you, my nature. How do we connect all of this here? It's simple. Very simple. We connect it through people, and that person is. We have two. So wait, yes. This gentleman here, as you can see, will introduce us to my nature. Some of you wondering who he is, right? Yeah. Who could that be? Well, maybe it's a hint if we show you the second person. The second person is, one is here, and the other one is this lovely woman here, which we will be introducing to. Yes, about my nature. Some of you thinking, oh, I think I know who she is, or I think I know who he is. Let's see if you actually know. This person here on my right to your left is Charles Darwin. Okay. And the woman here is Rachel Carson.
Okay.
Some of you may not know either who any of them are, which is perfectly great. But how we're actually going to do this here is, something special. But we're going to leave you here just with an idea of what you can expect here with our TANQ Global Academy. Hello everyone, Ryan here. I'm going to take you on a journey. Come on! Mysteries of the universe! Wow! Did you see that? Yeah, woo. See? Yes. The mysteries unraveling about nature. 3, 2, 1. Hope to see all of you soon. Thank you to TANQ Global, and see you in the lesson. So what is the first thing that we are going to introduce to you in the following week for all of you? Hopefully you can participate if you didn't have a chance to be a part of the launch party here. Is going to be something really unique. Sometimes we do offer this, but sometimes we don't. We like to offer this to you as, we'll say, an introduction. And what are we going to be doing with this My Nature? Well, it's going to be simple. It's going to be something like this. To be continued. Yes, as we would like to introduce you a little bit, bits and pieces. We'd like to also see you next week. So,
all right.
For all of us here, this is the end of our launch party here from TANQ Global. Ryan, myself here, as well as
Tomoko.
We'd like to see all of you in our next week, hopefully, or maybe it's a couple days, whether or not, depends when you're watching this. So, Mom and Dad, you're also welcome to participate, as well as brothers and sisters. So, we hope to see all of you in the next week or so, or this month, or this year. We hope to see all of you again next time.
Yeah.
We'll see all of you soon, okay?
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye-bye.